believe and I welcome you to the very first Pastor Capture. This is going to be a weekly short video that has Pastor Ivy and Pastor Tammy and myself, where we're just giving you a little bit of reflection on this past Sunday, and then a little teaser for this coming up Sunday. So if you weren't able to worship with us in person or online, you can always tune in to the Pastor Capture. It's going to come out on Wednesday every week, just a short video, and give you a little sense of what the sermon was about. This past week, we launched our new series, I've been meaning to ask, ... and the question we focused on was, where are you from? And I was at the modern service, and Pastor Ivy was at the traditional service. And Pastor Tammy was all over the place.
Yeah, I was actually.
Yeah. But I did watch online, and I really loved what you did, Pastor Ivy, in your sermon, where you talked about Nathaniel saying, can anything good come out of Nazareth? And you did some great teaching about Nazareth. With the throwing the, what did they took the trash out?
Took the trash and threw it in the thoroughfare so that people would not just continuously come in and out of their city, to kind of divert them, on a way to get to Damascus from Egypt, but just to, make kind of a barrier. So that made Nazareth even a dirtier, smellier, more rotten place to be from.
Really puts it in perspective that, Nathaniel hearing about Jesus of Nazareth, and before he even meets him, just sizing him up based on what he'd heard of Nazareth before, like that. Yeah. And then in the Sunday school, you guys are now moving into your third week, but your second week of...
We're doing Celebrate Wonder. It's a new curriculum, and right now we're talking about God creating and how God is creative and creative in diversity even, and how God creates animals and different colors, and it's really exciting, very hands-on. And so if you're interested in joining us, it's a good time.
I love that. And actually it reminds me, that was the other passage we had, Genesis chapter 2, which reminds us that we're all created in God's image, and to try to really listen to one another. That's really the goal here. I love, Ivy, too, you talking about, Jesus is, I'm trying to remember how you put that, is always helping us to understand where people are, understand their culture.
He had no barriers and no restrictions on just meeting people where they were. If it was an illustration of a harvest, he would talk about grains, he would talk about planting, he would talk about fields, about weeds, and about flourishing. If there was fishermen around, he would talk about boats and nets and water and the depths and all of those things to relate to people to where they are in their very own culture.
I thought that was good. Yeah. This Sunday coming up, we're going to go into the next question, which is, where does it hurt? And the premise is that we all have hurts, we all have pains, and that's one of the things that really can connect us if we can, set aside our own pain sometimes to really listen to somebody else's, and then vice versa. I think that can kind of connect. Where are you thinking so far? This is early in the week. We don't have it all figured out, but Ivy, you're going to be at the modern service this week.
Yes, at modern.
Okay.
I'm thinking of looking at this whole question of where does it hurt, from the number of hurts that we have that are physical, and then the ones that we cannot see that are invisible, that are inside, in our minds and in our hearts, in the past, all of that. And I mean, ultimately, it is God who sees it. Where do we hurt? God already knows, So true.
That would be good. I still working on it, but the passage that I'm really drawn into is this passage in Mark's Gospel, where this woman has been suffering from a hemorrhage for many years, and she's gone to different physicians and different people. She can't get the help. She spent all of her money, and she has such courage and goes into this crowd and touches the hem of Jesus' cloak. And I remember hearing a sermon, Otis Moss III, who's actually originally from Cleveland, and he really brings out how at the end Jesus calls her daughter, and that's a game changer. So
she's automatically accepted, regardless of her condition.
And it reminds me, like you point out, Ivy, there's pain that's physical, and she suffered tremendous physical pain.
Oh, yeah.
But then she suffered sociological, psychological, just the pain of being ostracized.
Financial. It's like she
Financial.
spent all that she had in
Yeah.
trying to get well. Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what it's like. Well, maybe we do. Maybe I'm speaking from my own privileged perspective. I've never been called unclean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was called unclean. So, and it makes me wonder, how, you know, we may not be medical doctors, but I've heard people talk about oftentimes that it's that social pain that actually hurts more than the physical pain, you know.
So what did you preach on Sunday? You were in the Modern.
I was in the Modern, and
Where are you from?
yeah, I just really found there's in the weekly update, the art from this week's Sanctified Art, the artist did a beautiful job, I think, showing the differences.
So that's what I was right there.
She's got it. Yeah, so, but, and we did our congregation picture. It was a great kickoff, and so anyhow, we welcome you, and we welcome you to contact the church. We'd love to meet and connect with you. Come out, introduce yourself, join us in worship. If you're online, let us know you're online so that we can reach out and connect. So we hope that you will join us each week for the weekly Pastor Capture.